Well, hello. I thought I'd do a slightly underexposed holiday edition. Let's see if we can fix that real quick here. Oh, not while I'm filming. All right. Thought I'd do a slightly underexposed holiday edition where I talk about encouraging people to use fountain pens. Now, one of those things that's really annoying are missionaries. You don't want to be a missionary. Just a second. Well, hello. Have you heard the wonderful word about squirrels? So, you don't want to be a missionary coming to people's door and like, have you heard the wonders of Randall Thor? I have notes. Or you get the ones screaming at you in the streets about the wonders of Randall Thor and Egwene Elvera. Or maybe you're on an airplane where you're trapped or some kind of public transit, and somebody feels compelled by Randall Thor to share his wonders to everybody on the airplane, where you can't get off without a parachute. And, well, maybe you're wondering, are they really so on fire for Randall Thor? I mean, he is a ginger. Or if they're just showing off in some way. Maybe another religious figure actually suggested hiding your faith under a bushel basket and not to shout it in the streets like the pagans do. So we're pen people. We're people of ideas, of words, or of art. And we happen to have found the one true tool for putting that on paper. Naturally, we must share that with the masses. Unlike religion, many people, especially in the U.S., have never used a fountain pen. No, I don't have a teleprompter. I'm reading it off my script. They don't really know how amazing fountain pens are. And Okay. That is a cat that just walked through my yard. Anyway, squirrel! Anyway, they need to be shown the way and the truth. And so, yeah, obviously don't be like that. Do not be that guy. It's not up to you to gain converts for fountain pens. It's not your job. Leave that to Fountain Pen Hospital and I just drew a blank about any fountain pen retailer other than that, but Fountain Pen Hospital. You could so easily overstep boundaries and become obnoxious. But you just know that they would love fountain pens. If only you could enlighten them. So I did put the link to this script. I may, if it fits, I'll even put the full script in the video description. If it doesn't fit, I'll put a link to it. But one of the ways is to use that fountain pen. If you use it, people see you using it. Funny! And that develops curiosity and all the other, because a lot of people never even occurred to them such a pen exists. I mean, until I saw my first fountain pen, admittedly at age 10, I didn't even know there was such a thing. It never even occurred to me to ask if such a thing existed. So, again, we're not doing this as a show, like, hey guys, look, I'm using a Lamy Safari here. Guys, Lamy Safari right here in my right hand. No, we're not doing that. So it's just an ordinary writing instrument. You'll get one of several reactions. One of them, of course, is indifference. They may just be like, bruh, whatever. They may be a candidate for fountain pens, just maybe not right then. But probably not, because most people care less. You might get a nice pen. Well, sir, that'll be caramel macchiato with whipped cream, pastel sprinkles, and a twist of caramel. Let's see, that comes to $17.95. Oh, no, I can't make change in my head. I need my cash register. Oh, you're writing a check. Nice pen. Bro, I didn't need a lecture. I just want to make your drink. That'd be an opening. It's definitely a step above but it's not much. And how you respond matters. If you go, oh, thank you. Yeah, conversation's probably over unless they're really interested. But if you say, oh, thank you, are you interested in fountain pens? Then you're giving them an opening for more. So, give that opening, if it makes sense to do so in the moment. And then you may get the reaction of, oh, wow, a fountain pen. That's definitely an opening for more. But of course, setting is important. A busy checkout line or somebody who is otherwise busy is, not the time or place. Then you're just annoying. Now, if you want to take that building up the interest to the next level, there is, of course, let people try it. How brave do you feel? So this is a risky one. And I just want you to note, I'm not saying loan it to them. You need to assess risk. Are they going to be careful? Will they return it? I have markers in my classroom that I loan to kids. And then I have the markers for my use, because what I have discovered over 49 years of letting other people use my stuff is they'll come back with clips ripped off, tips mushed, and so on. And you're like, what happened to my clip? Dude, I don't like clips. Or, dude, it's just a pen. Who cares? People see pens, especially here in the US, people see pens as cheap, disposable items. Not as, I'm going to be using this pen for years to come. No. Cheap, disposable, I might lose it before the day's over type of items is how people see pens. So you have to protect yourself from that. So after you make that initial assessment of how they're going to treat the pen, first, keep the cap. Unless it's a pilot vanishing point, then, you're out of luck there. They don't know if it's a screw cap or a slip cap, so you don't want to see them on your very expensive Montblanc 149 if you happen to own one. And some people are very rough. They will jam that cap back on. I have had several platinum preppies just shattered that way. Dude, I broke your pen. My bad. Or they'll twist the cap on, jam it shut. Because they can't just, boop, boop, boop. They have to, as tight as they can, because, it's a nut on a wheel, and if we don't jam it as tight as we can, the wheel's going to fall off the car. And yeah, on a Bic crystal, who cares? You're probably going to lose it before you use it up anyway. But not so much on a pen I plan to keep for years and years and years that I plan to have outlast me. So, and, if you keep the cap, that also ensures they'll give it back to you. Because, we've all had the, oh, thanks for letting me use this. Yeah. But wait, that's my Pelican M1000. You can't take that, sir? Probably give them some brief instructions. Now, don't be overly pedantic and lectury and all that crap. But, maybe point out a couple obvious things like, the nib should probably be up so you can see it. And, don't push down on the paper, just let it flow over the paper. Those are all good, sensible things, because you don't want your pen back with the nib going, bang! Or, this pen sucks, because they're not holding it at the right angle. Correct if you do see something obvious, like, no, turn it, there you go. But again, don't be too annoying, and, let them experience it. That's part of the fun of a fountain pen, is the experience of writing with it. If it's expensive or delicate, maybe you'll say, how about I loan you this Platinum Preppy instead? I keep several loaner pens on my desk at school. I keep currently, I keep a a Lamy Safari. I used to have two Lamy Safaris, but one walked off over the summer. Platinum Procyon I keep on my desk, and I keep a Pelican Twist, and that's for now. It kind of varies, but pens that if something happens to her or I lose them, it's not the end of the world. And, one important thing in fountain pen writing is the paper you use. How will they... Oh my God, it's getting dark all of a sudden. There. How will they experience it on the paper you have provided? So, yeah, letting somebody borrow and use your pen is a good way to hook them, but there is an inherent amount of risk, and you just have to judge that based on the person and the pen that you happen to have in your hand. My vintage pens, I'm a lot less likely to say, sure, try it out. You'll love flex nibs. Now, maybe you're ready to level up. There is gifting a pen.
Oh, look, Mommy. Uncle Jason got me a squirrel for Christmas.
Sweetie, let Mommy see it.
You want to see it?
Ah!
Now, a gift can create a sense of obligation. Let's just be clear on that. And we all know the phenomenon of somebody who gives you something, and then they're at your house and they're like, so where is that really ugly plate I gave you for display in your living room? I don't see it. Where is it? We've all had that experience, or we feared it. Or, you've got that whole guilt trip. Look, honey, I bought you a subscription for a weight loss program. Oh! Okay, so, first of all, is it wanted? For years, my school, where I work, gave us a large food item like a turkey or a ham or a large cheesecake for Christmas. At taxpayer expense, of course. I have no place to store such a thing. Small house, and I just have my refrigerator. I don't have a big chest freezer. I don't have an alternate freezer in my garage because I don't have a garage. I just have what's in my kitchen, and it's not that big of a house. And what food is stored in it is frozen from my garden at this time of year. A lot of stuffed peppers right now. So I always tried to avoid taking them like, oh, I didn't hear the announcement that we were supposed to go pick that up in the cafeteria. Sorry, my bad. Or, I would really try to regift them, like put it on somebody's doorstep, ring the doorbell, and run. So, there's that. And this year it was a 40-ounce, I'm not joking, 40-ounce insulated sippy cup with the school colors on it. It doesn't even fit in the cup holder in my car. And what am I going to do with that? I don't know. So that'll be regifted. So anyway, do they really want a fountain pen as a gift? Maybe think about that first. So if you give a fountain pen and ink to somebody who really doesn't want it, it could be too much. There's the learning curve. Like they have to learn how to fill it. They have to learn how to maintain it. They have to learn how to keep it from blurping. They have to learn how to, did I say clean it? They got all those things that they have to learn. And that's a lot. If I gift a fountain pen, plus they may be like, oh, I just want to throw it away, but it's too nice to throw away. If I do gift a fountain pen, now I've learned, do something disposable or semi-disposable, like a really cheap Platinum Preppy or a Pilot not a Vanishing Point. Do not gift a Vanishing Point. Pilot Varsity, Thornton's Novice, something like that. That there's no guilt. It's obviously disposable. And, this is giving a gift blind, of course. So, unless they know they're ready, unless you know they're ready for more, that's different. If somebody keeps saying, well, I keep thinking about updating my fountain pen collection. I sure like the looks of that Lamy Safari. I just don't know about spending that much money on a pen. Well, there's your opening. Who is the gift for? Age does matter, especially if it's somebody else's kid. Oh, look, I gave your little 4-year-old a nice pen here. It's loaded it up with Noodler's Bay State Blue for him. Hope your 4-year-old likes it. Age does matter, and fountain pens can be messy. And you might want to ask yourself why you're giving it. Are you showing off? Are you just giving them a cheap experience, and if they like it, they like it. If they don't, oh well, no harm, no foul. Are you maybe trying to create a sense of obligation? Now, if you love Grandpa, you're going to write with that fountain pen all the time. Do they know how to use it? If you give them Pilot Varsity, that's a good rugged pen for them to learn on. You give them a Lamy Safari and a bottle of ink. Now they need to know about refilling. They need to know about cleaning. They need to know, oh, do I have to carry this bottle of ink that's glass and ready to break at a moment's notice with me? Or can I leave it at home? You got to make sure they know all that. And be ready for, you may give it to them and they don't use it. Don't guilt trip them. A gift shouldn't be an obligation. If they don't want to use it, they don't want to use it, and that's that. I always think of the movie A Christmas Story, where the kid gets a pink bunny suit for Christmas. A gift should be freely given, and then you let it go. How they use it or don't, if they sell it, give it away, or throw it away, none of your business. You don't visit them and say, so I gave you that really ugly painting for Christmas to show off in your living room, and I'm not seeing it here. Do you just not love me? Do you not value the things that I give you? Do you not value me? Okay, and then the last one I have is time. To everything there is a season. And this may not be the season of life where they're interested. If they're not somebody who does a lot of writing, they probably don't have much interest in fountain pens. Now, sometimes the gift of a fountain pen creates that interest in writing, but it may or may not. I mean, they may be like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool to write with, but I never write. Well, not much point in giving them a fountain pen, then, is there? Maybe at a different time in their life, they'd have more interest. And once people do discover fountain pens, like I said, they often find places in their life to use them. They might decide to practice journaling, letter writing, note-taking, art. But you have to remember these boundaries. The fountain pen is an amazing writing instrument. It's natural that we want to share it with others. But don't be obnoxious with it. Interest needs to develop naturally, as it did in you. You can provide the opening to the wonders of handwriting with a primo writing instrument. They have to open that door. So I hope that was helpful. Hope it was interesting. I want to thank you for watching. And I want to wish all of you happy holidays. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.